This is Nancy from Nancy's Garden Soap Co. and I'm doing a little prep work for a soap that I'm going to be making, a black tie soap. Just wanted to show you some of the things you have to do to prep, especially if you're going to do a video. I already have my water and my silk with salt mixture right over here, and that's waiting for the lye. So I'm going to measure out my lye, and I look at my recipe and it says 9.38 ounces. And it's 5.35. So we'll get up to 9.38, 8.8, 9.15, 9.3, 5. Now what do I do here? It's 9.35. I need 9.38. So I look at the soapcalc.net calculations and it says 265 grams. So I look over here and I'm at 265 grams. So I just switch over to my units and it tells me whether I'm correct or not. And now I get to add this to my water that has my distilled water with some sea salt dissolved in it and some tussah silk floating on the top. And I'm going to add it in. I tend to keep my face away, and I usually put the lye container directly into the sink and run cold water on it. Use a stainless steel utensil, and I also usually mix this back further on my stove so that I don't have to move it and the fumes don't come out into the room. So I'm going to take a break and let this continue mixing and cooling down so I don't inhale. Well, it's been a few minutes and my lye water is still sitting, and I want to show you some of the other things that I've done to prepare. So I've taken my fragrance oil and measured it out. This one's black pepper that I'm preparing for. I'm going to be adding kaolin clay. So this is 1.5 ounces of kaolin clay that I've measured out. I'm supposed to mix that with the fragrance oil. I have here some activated charcoal because I'm going to be mixing a little bit of black, having a little bit of black in with my soap. A black line, black, red, and white are the colors I'm working on. So put a little bit of that in there. I also need to have some white premixed that I want to have the majority of the soap a white. So I'm going to get out a teaspoon of this, maybe 2. There we go. 1, 2. Titanium dioxide can be hard to work with. This one is water soluble, so I'll be adding some distilled water to it. And then I'm going to be mixing up the red, and I have a video that's on how to mix a true red color. And what I use is a radical red neon that looks like a bright pink right here. I mixed equal parts of this. I'm working with micas here, with a ruby red mica, and the two together make a very nice red. So of course it's really hard to open up these containers with gloves on, so I'm going to take a teaspoon of this, about that much, and put it in here. Cat needs food, guys. Tell the kids to feed the cat. And then take this neon and get about the same amount and put it in. And then I'm going to mix those two together, and they should form a really nice red in cold process soap. See if I can get this a little bit better for you. Whenever it's a neon color, I find that it takes a little bit more mixing to get it to go. So let me grab something so I can dish out some, take some oil from my pot of oils that I have right back here. Take a little bit of the oil that I'm going to be using and add some to this and some to my black over here. And let's mix up the red because that's more fun. So I tend to have a lot of additives that I put into my soap based on the recipe that I've come up with after a lot of trial and error. I think that's a pretty good red. Right, yeah. I still see some lumps, so I'm going to let it sit while I go work on the next one, my black. So we can get the black to mix up really well. And I brought over some distilled water that I can use with the white. And one of the things that I've learned is that you don't need a whole lot of color. So if you're going to work with whatever your base color is and you want to pop a color and some swirls, sometimes you can do it with lots of different colors. That works too. But what I like is to be able to do a little bit less. And I'm adding distilled water to my titanium dioxide. Look how easily that dissolves. The titanium dioxide can be a little bit difficult to work with because it tends to have lumps and causes glycerin rivers and stuff like that. All right, I think that that's the majority of the prep work. The only other thing I have to do is deal with my kaolin clay and get it to mix with the fragrance oil. So let me see if we can throw these two together. I don't think they're going to blend that well, but I have a little. So what I'll do is pour some of the soap into it and then mix it with a stick blender before I add it back into the pot, because this tends to look lumpy. All right. See how lumpy that looks? We don't want lumpy. That's got to be fixed. All right, we're just about ready. It smells great though. This black pepper fragrance. Wow, it's a molten brown copycat, and it's very popular with my customers. All right, I have the lye water ready over there. I have my red, my black. Got to get my other glove on, the white, and the kaolin clay mixed with the fragrance oil, which supposedly will make the fragrance stick longer in the soap. And my oils are melted, so I think we're just about ready. I'm going to come back. That's the prep kind of work that I'm going to do. I'm not going to include this in the regular video because most people don't want to see all this, but you might actually want to see what goes into prepping all these colors. And so I'm going to get ready to start my actual video. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button if you'd like to see more, and don't miss out on the black pepper soap. Thanks.